Good morning, Seekers. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. And I am just in the best mood this morning. Yesterday we had our first Seeker class video conference chat. We had everybody but about 4 people on, and it was really awesome. And I know the 4 of you who weren't able to get on, I don't want you worrying about it. It's okay. We'll catch you next time, hopefully. It was just for anybody who could. So that went great, and I have just been so happy ever since because I got to see so many of your faces. We'll do another one tomorrow on Wednesday, same time at 2:30. They won't always be at 2:30, but this week I've been trying to make it a little bit later in the day so that all of our problem solving we can do earlier if anybody needs schoolwork help. But we're going to keep it for 2:30 one more time on Wednesday. So pop in on Wednesday. I'll give you a reminder tomorrow to our Teams group chat again, and we'll be playing something again all together. All right, let's talk about what I have for you guys today. I want to start with some leaderboard kudos from last week's final intervention leaderboards. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll start with Lexia. Our first place winner last week for Lexia goes to number 2. Absolutely great job. She worked so hard every day last week to keep her minutes high, and I know that she gave it her best and it paid off. Excellent job making it to first place in Lexia last week, number 2. And then followed closely behind our number 7, excellent work, number 19, number 16, number 3, and finally number 15. Great job. Every single one of you who I called made it to the leaderboard because not only did you have all of the minutes you needed, you also made all of your learning units gains too. Very proud of all 6 of you guys. Excellent work. Our Moby Max leaderboard, in first place is a number who actually was on the Lexia leaderboard also. Number 7 takes first place for Moby Max Reading Stories Intervention. So proud of you. Number 7, you were working so hard. Excellent job. Tie for second place. These two had the same exact number of minutes, same exact focus last week. Tied for second place is number 13 and number 17. Great job, guys. And then in third place for Moby Max is number 10. Excellent job, little one. Great, great work. And those were all 4 who did Moby Max last week. So I hope more of you get on board and do your Moby Max Reading Stories intervention. I'd love to see what you guys do with that. All right, let's talk about our creature of the day. I happen to know that this is Seeker number 3's favorite animal, or one of her favorite animals. Probably gave you a big hint there. And it is the adorable llama. I just can't even with these guys. Look at how precious this is. I just want to boop him on his nose. There's so many funny llama pictures on the internet. It's crazy. Love it. Look at this little guy with his pretty blue eyes. And they're not all plain white. You can see with lots of different color varieties. So in the video description, you will find a link to where you can go watch another video to get some more information on our creature of the day, the llama. So cool, so cool. All right, let's talk about our assignments for the day. Yesterday, you did your ELA packet work. That means there's no ELA packet work today. Instead, for ELA, what you're gonna do today, you're gonna read for 20 minutes. You're gonna do your 30 minutes of your reading intervention program, so either Lexia, Mindplay, or Moby Max Reading Stories. And the only other thing you have to do, if you want to, I am starting the 2nd Harry Potter for you guys today. I'll be posting a chapter every day that I can, and I will be posting the first chapter bright and early this morning. So that link will be available right away in the video description for you. Now, one thing I've had to change up on for the read aloud. Technically, before the virus and everything, you couldn't just be a teacher and get on YouTube and read a book out loud to your students and then put it on the internet because it was violating copyright. I don't own the story, so I can't read it like it's mine. It's not mine to read out loud. It's not mine to share. It infringes on copyright. However, the publishers, the companies who own the stories and print the books, have said, most publishers have said that teachers can now have special permission to do these read alouds, but they have to do a couple of things. They have to say a little like disclaimer at the beginning, so you'll hear me say that. And we can't make it open to the public for everyone to see. It has to be by link only. So if you're just on our regular channel, if you subscribe to the channel and you don't use any of the video description links, or if you don't use the Bloom's post to click the links, you'll need to do that to get to the read aloud post of Harry Potter. You'll have to click the link that I post each day. I'll try to maybe just post it to the entire playlist so it's the same link each day, but I'm gonna have to make that link only. So just know that. So that will be up today if you want to listen to Harry Potter. And you don't have to listen today, you can listen whenever you want to, but the first chapter will be up today. All right, so that's all you have to do for ELA. Now let's talk about math. You are doing the packet work for math today, but it is nothing difficult, and I think you guys are gonna have absolutely no problem with it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're gonna do the worksheet that has the page number 6 at the bottom. It's titled Reading a Decimal in Word Form. I want you to work through that sheet, and then I want you to either check yourself, or if you have a family member at home, ask them to check you to see how you did when you're done. Now let me show you what that page looks like. That page is right here. It's this page here. And you can see all you have to do is write the word form of each decimal. And you guys know how to do this. We do this in Math for Today. We've had a whole unit on this, but I'm gonna give you a recap just in case you're not sure how to do it. So what you will want to remember is what I have right here. If you're given this decimal, 0 decimal form, you're gonna write how you would say it out loud. So we say this decimal as 4/10. Because the last thing we say is the last name of the place value, as we call it. And this is the tenths place. So we say this 4/10. We don't have to say anything else in front of it because there's nothing in front of the decimal. So you don't have to say 0 and 4/10. You can just say 4/10. Now, sometimes you're gonna have something in front of your decimal, some whole number in front of your decimal. And so first you say whatever's in front of your decimal, you say the whole number, 92. When you get to the decimal, you say the word and then you finish out what comes after the decimal by saying the last place value at the end. So altogether, this is 92 and 2/100ths, because this is the 100ths place value. All right, let's look at this one. We have a whole digit in front of the decimal, and so we would say this 8 and 3/1000ths, because this 3 is in, excuse the doggies, they just heard the neighbor going to get their trash cans, so they have to go bark at them because they think that's their job. So 8 and 3/1000ths, because this is the thousandths place. It's the tenths place here, the hundredths place here, and the thousandths place right there. Here's one more quick example for you. This one does not have a whole number in front of the decimal. So we say this, oh my goodness, you guys, I made a mistake. Just like in class, I made a mistake. Can you find my mistake? This is not 17/1000ths. It is not, I did that wrong. Let me find myself a marker here. Hang on, guys. I've got my markers right here. Let me just correct this. Just like we're really in class, huh? You know Mrs. Scott isn't always gonna get it all perfect, that's okay. But we can look here, this is not the thousandths place. The first digit after the decimal is the tenths place. And then, of course, we get to the hundredths place. So this is actually 17/100ths. And not 17/1000ths. So 17/100ths. All right, so hopefully that quick refresher gives you all you need. Remember, when writing a decimal as a word, say the word and when you get to the decimal. So I don't think that's gonna be a problem for you, but if you get stuck, pop into Teams anytime before 2:30. I'll be there to help you if you need help. After you do that, you have one more step to do for today's decimal and word form assignment. in Teams, I have created your very first Teams assignment, and I'm gonna show you how to get to it. When you go into Teams, this is normally what you see, right? You'll see all of your different teams, however they are. You may see a bunch of boxes here. You're not gonna have as many teams as I have, but you probably have quite a few, and you just wanna make sure that you're in the Seekers class team. Then you're gonna be going over to this sidebar here, and you're gonna click this button that says Assignments. Now guys, I gotta be real honest. I don't know if this screen pops up for you or not, if you have to choose a class or not. I think you will have to choose your class though. You won't have all of these, but you're gonna choose the one that says Seekers Class Team, and then you're going to hit Next. Now, yours is gonna look very different than mine, but you will see your assignments. This is the one for math. You're gonna click this assignment, and this is showing you my screen here. That is not what you would see. I was trying to see if I could preview it, but it doesn't look like I can. Let me see here. Nope. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna click this, and it is gonna take you to your assignment. And the way that assignment is set up is it's gonna show you, I think I did 5. It's gonna show you 5 questions, and it's just gonna say, what is the word form of this decimal? And you just have to type your answer. What is the word form of this decimal? And you just have to type your answer. I'm not worried about spelling. Get it as close as you can, and use your packet to help you with spelling if you need it, because you do have that tool to use. And that is how you're gonna get a math grade this week, okay? If you haven't been able to get on Teams, don't worry. All you will have to do, if I don't get your assignment submitted through Teams, I'm gonna give you a call, and I'm gonna ask you to just tell me your answers over the phone. So if you're not able to get on the Teams assignment, that's okay, just let me know, and I'll give you a call and we'll do it over the phone. That's not a problem. So that's task 1 and 2 for math today. You're going to do the worksheet in your packet and use the answer key to check you, and then you're gonna take your quiz in the Teams assignment tab. And it's just 5 questions on writing the word form of 5 decimals. That's it. Quick, easy math grade. If you get stuck, just pop into our group video chat and I'll help you out. All right, the next thing you have to do, that math project that got messed up in the packet that we talked about last week. If you were able to get it printed correctly and do it correctly, you may go ahead and finish the second step of that, which is gluing your sheets down to this, gluing your squares down to this sheet here, to the tree map. So if you were able to get a corrected copy of that math project, if you printed it at home, you may do that and glue your squares onto here. If you weren't able to get that copy reprinted, then you don't worry about this, okay? You can just read over your cards and practice becoming familiar with the explanations and the definitions of each of the type of quadrilaterals. So if you didn't get this reprinted, you have nothing to do except just read over this once or twice so you're familiar with it. And then the only other thing I need you to do in math today is just hop on your Moby Mac Fact Fluency for a quick 5 minutes so you stay sharp on those multiplication tables. All right, guys, one last thing for me to share with you for today. We've covered ELA, we've covered math. Now, your daily challenge is actually kind of a 2-in-1 here. Not only is this your daily challenge, but this is also going to be a science grade. So your daily challenge is to help a family member cook a meal. Now, if you can't get to that today, that's okay. I set this to go, this assignment that goes along with it doesn't expire until the end of the week. So you have all the way until Thursday to get this done if nobody is cooking today. But I want you to help a family member cook a meal. And then I want you to hop back into that Teams assignment tab, just like I showed you before. And you're gonna take the quiz titled Cooking with a Family Member. And there are just 4 quick questions to answer. And this is what you're gonna answer. You're going to tell me one example of a physical change that took place. So let's say maybe you were cooking spaghetti. A physical change could be if you take the dry noodles and you break them before they go into the pot. Breaking those noodles up is an example of a physical change. Or let's say you have to cut up some peppers. cutting something up is an example of a physical change because that pepper is still a pepper and those noodles are still noodles. They're just a little bit smaller. Opening a package is a physical change. That package is still a package, but once you open it, you've caused a physical change to it. So I want you to give me one example of a physical change that took place while you were cooking. One example of a chemical change. So remember, anytime you cook it, that's a chemical change. So talk to me about what you cooked, what that chemical change was. If you're cooking waffles, the chemical change would be when you put it on the stovetop and it turned from waffle mix to an actual waffle. That would be a chemical change. If you cook an egg, once the egg cooks, that's a chemical change. Boiling the water, however, as we know, is just a physical change because water changing states is just physical because it can go back. You can boil it, you can recollect it, you can make it condense, you can refreeze it, you can do whatever. So, one example of a physical change, one example of a chemical change. Remember, eating is also a chemical change once you eat that food. And then your other two questions are just very, very simple questions. I just want you to tell me how delicious it was. I know I set that as one. And what was the other question? Let me see. I have one more question. Let me pull it up so I can give you an idea of everything. I just was able to, oh yeah, and then just telling me what you were able to cook. So I was able to pull up a preview here. So this is what it's gonna look like whenever you click on the assignment. So you'll click on the assignment tab like I showed you in the previous screen. It's called Cooking with a Family Member. And you're just gonna come in through here and you're gonna type your answer. So one physical change, you'll type your answer. I'll say cutting peppers, just for an example. One chemical change, I'm going to say cooking eggs, just for the example. What did you cook? I'm going to say Western omelet. That's like a bunch of eggs with some peppers. Oh look, Mrs. Scott's spelling things wrong. Let's spell omelet correctly. It had an extra E. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, using your sense of taste, how yummy was it? Well, if I cooked a Western omelet, of course it was gonna be delicious, so I'm gonna give it a 9. And that's all you do. So you type your answers, you'll do the same thing for the math assignment, and you just hit submit and it sends it to me. And that is all you have to do for that. So now you know how to use the team's assignment page. All right, guys, I think I've covered everything for the day, I do believe. So no packet work for ELA. We've gone through everything for math. You're going to do your sheet. You're gonna check your answers. You're gonna take your quiz. If you can glue down your project, you're gonna do that. If not, you're just gonna skip on straight to Moby Max Back Fluency. And then finally, at some point, either today or if not today, before Thursday, help a family member cook a meal. Answer the questions in the team assignment and you're gonna earn a science grade for that. All right, I think that's about everything, guys. I am just still in such a great mood from getting to see all of you yesterday. I can't wait to see you all again tomorrow. I hope you were having a wonderful day. I hope you are re-energized. I hope you're motivated to learn something new today. I hope you're giving all of the pets that I got to see yesterday in the video chat a lot of love and hugs and snuggles. But more than anything, guys, I want you to remember, you can do anything because you are made of stardust. Bye for now, from me, from Alistair, and from Dobby. See you guys later.